a program designed to rebuild lives impacted by addiction.
The Way Back In is a recovery program that focuses on the integration of the body, mind, and spirit in a personalized healing environment. Anita Piindiur joins us with more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You do such important work. Can you just give us an overview of what the Way Back In does?
Oh, thank you. Yes. So the Way Back In helps rebuild broken lives, and we help do that through kind of that integrated process of recovery homes as well as treatment options for those persons who are affected by substance and or gambling use disorders. And our newest program focuses on the younger adults, 18 to 24, who are affected by stimulants and opiates.
So what are the initial steps that anyone who might be watching saying, hey, I have a young adult in my household who's dealing with something like this, what are the first steps they can take?
One of the very first steps is just giving us a call or going on our website and just asking us those questions. We can walk them through. We might not be the first step. Sometimes people might need some medical attention first, or perhaps some medical treatment, maybe perhaps medications, but we will walk you through that and be like, hey, you know, this will be a great first step. Let's go there. And then whenever it is an emergency of any kind, always calling 988 and kind of finding out more options that are available.
And talking is one of those first initial steps, right?
Talking is always a wonderful first step, right? Sometimes we're kind of fearful if it's a family member, even a child, or perhaps a family friend. Sometimes we notice something going on. We're seeing it, right? They're a little different. Something's just not the same. But yet we're like, it's awkward, oh, it's gonna get weird. But it's important to sometimes be the one to say something, right? Like you see something, you say something, and we definitely wanna do that when it's mental health.
And if someone determines that the best case for them would be the Way Back In, the recovery home, what would that experience look like for them?
Yeah, so that experience is we really have a designated home now. So we have one of our locations that's designated for our young adults, and they're all between the ages of 18 to 24. They predominantly work with other peer support specialists, so other persons who have been through their own recovery journey, who are then, you know, kind of much further ahead and are dealing on it in a different level. They would come in, they would live with us, they would receive some support. We would do some wraparound services by getting them into other treatment, perhaps medication assistance if they would need that, getting employment readiness, or returning to school. We are currently working with a partner who's preparing a lot of our young adults for the trades and to take their trade exams.
I love that in kind of the treatment programming, you have this wraparound philosophy. Can you talk about that?
Yes, so we really don't think that it's ever one, right? And by the time they're kind of with us in a recovery home, it's beyond just like, hey, we can only focus on this one very specific issue. So we're looking at rebuilding your whole entire life. We're really looking at making sure that you are getting back to school and finishing whatever that schooling is. Is it college? Is it finishing your GED? Getting you back into the workforce, and then really making sure that you will find sustainable housing, which we do have assistance and some financial assistance with that when somebody's ready and they're ready to move out on their own, and then reintegration with the family. Some of our young adults already have children, so we want to reintegrate them with their children or reintegrate them with their nuclear family, such as their parents or other loved ones.
And you mentioned that number to call too. You said, is it 688?
988.
Oh, it's 988.
Is the national helpline for mental health and any mental health crisis, and then Way Back In at 708-345-8422.
Amazing. We want to put that information up on the screen. Such wonderful work you guys are doing. You can head to the website or call the number right there, waybackin.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.